Hello, dear viewers.
Catastrophe in
Today,
California.
I will tell you
A
about
Los
the
Angeles
forest fires that
disaster
devastated
movie
Los
roars to
Angeles
life.
and left a
The
black
governor
mark in
was
history.
right. Just as
These
he and his
fires
team
are
were
about to be
speaking,
recorded as
another
one of the
fire had
greatest
broken
disasters
out
not only in
Altadena,
U.S. history,
a small
but
foothill
also in world
community to the
history.
east of the
The effects of
Palisades.
frires on human
Officials
life,
would name it
the
the
damage to
Eaton
animals,
Fire,
and the
after a
natural
canyon near its
ecosystem is
origin.
incredibly great.
Which
The
is your
horrifying
house? Yeah,
images,
this is our house.
frightening
Backyard's on fire. I'm
statistics,
outta here.
and stories
That
of helpless
new fire
people that we
blew up
encounter every
rapidly
day
in the
once again
darkness,
reveal how serious
expanding its
and
scale,
devastating this
forcing
event
the
is.
evacuation
These
of
fires
this
are not just a
assisted
natural
living facility.
phenomenon.
You'll
This is
see the
people's
people on
dreams.
stretchers
A
and
tragedy
just the
that radically
effort,
changes their lives and nature itself.
very rapid effort
But why
to try
did
to get
these fires
people out
become
of
so
harm's way.
uncontrollable? What
As the night
factors
wore
triggered
on,
this disaster?
hurricane force
How big
winds
is the
reached
impact of
upwards
climate change?
75, even
And what can be
100
done to
miles
prevent
per
such
hour,
incidents from
making it
occurring in the
unsafe
future?
for those
Today we
helicopters
will
to
look
fly.
for answers to these questions. Moreover, we will also touch upon the difficulties experienced
On
by
Wednesday
celebrities
morning,
and
plumes of
ordinary
smoke
people
rose
affected by
out
the
of
fire.
canyons and
Because this
blotted
is
out
not
the
just
sun.
news, it is an event that
Palisades
requires
fire
us to
had
rethink the
continued
responsibilities
its
that
march
fall
west,
on all of us.
scorching
If
5,000
you are ready,
acres in its
let's take a
path.
closer look at this tragic story. It all started on the morning of January 7th. A small spark in Los Angeles Pacific Palisades quickly turned into an out-of-control disaster. At first, firefighters thought they could get the fire under control quickly. However, when the Santana winds came into play, the situation completely changed. These winds, it not only fueled the fire, but also caused the flames to quickly spread for miles. Moreover, the drought in the region increased the severity of the fire even more. In just a few hours, the fire spread over hundreds of hectares. In the first 24 hours, an area of 12,000 hectares was turned to ashes. This was a situation that seriously strained the response capacity of fire brigades. While evacuation decisions were made in many regions, people had to leave their homes. This made the human dimension of the event even more dramatic. Among the evacuated people, there were those who had to give up their animals and those who were trying to rebuild their lives from scratch. Many of the houses in the areas where the fire spread rapidly surrendered to the flames before firefighters arrived. People described the fire becoming uncontrollable in such a short time as the anger of nature. However, it is said that human-induced factors also played a major role behind this natural disaster. The Los Angeles fires are considered one of the largest natural disasters in modern history. The August complex fire in California in 2020 destroyed more than 1 million hectares of land. However, this fire occurred in a rural area. The difference between the Los Angeles fires. It took place in a more densely populated and more complex region. This further increases both human and economic losses. For example, the Camp Fire that occurred in 2018 killed 85 people and destroyed more than 18,000 structures. Although 16 deaths have been reported so far in the Los Angeles fires, authorities state that this number may increase. Additionally, in terms of economic damage, the effects of the Los Angeles fires are much more devastating. Although exact figures have not been announced yet, it is estimated that the cost of this disaster could reach billions of dollars. Comparing this disaster with other large fires is of critical importance not only to understand the magnitude of the fire, but also to take more effective measures in the future. Fires becoming so frequent and severe, could it be a direct result of climate change and human-caused environmental destruction? We will address this question in more detail in the following sections. The cause of the fire is still not fully clear. However, initial findings indicate that the fire may have started as a result of an electrical malfunction or human error. Witnesses in the area say they saw high-voltage power lines sparking when the fire started. This has also placed energy companies at the center of discussions again. Some officials also consider that the fire may have been caused by arson. One person has been detained so far, but no official statement has been made yet. This uncertainty about the cause of the fire increases public concerns and raises more questions. California's infrastructural problems may also have contributed to this disaster. Aging power lines, inadequate water reservoirs, and deficiencies in fire prevention systems created serious challenges in fighting fires. These problems require rapid and comprehensive reform to prevent similar disasters in the future. The social effects of fire are much deeper than physical destruction. The number of people evacuated exceeded 150,000. This is not only a housing problem, but also a psychological trauma. People lost their homes, memories, and lives overnight. Families trying to live in crowds in evacuation centers, facing an uncertain future. Many famous names from Hollywood were also affected by this disaster. Sylvester Stallone, Kim Kardashian, and Gerard Butler are among those who lost their homes in the fire. Kim Kardashian, in particular, managed to announce the extent of the fire to a wider audience around the world with her posts on social media. Gerard Butler stated that his house was completely destroyed and said, "My house was reduced to ashes, but the impact of this disaster on society is much greater." Such personal stories help us understand more deeply the human effects of fire. However, this isn't just a celebrity tragedy. A disaster that turned the lives of ordinary people upside down. Ultimately, this disaster is not just Los Angeles' problem, it's all of ours. These fires are just one of the disasters we will encounter more frequently unless we learn to live in harmony with nature. You can also share the video and support donation campaigns to draw attention to this disaster and help. I wish everyone healthy days. See you in the next video. Experts say urgent and comprehensive planning is needed to prevent such disasters. Measures such as modernizing power lines, fire-resistant city planning, and forest protection programs should be taken. Moreover, raising public awareness and awareness about combating climate change is also of critical importance.